Have you ever wondered if someone you love leaves this world, what their final words would be? This is the story of Daniel Miller, an ordinary yet extraordinary young man whose life and final letter changed everything. In a small town in Ohio, USA, Danny was just a simple boy. Not the smartest, not a sports hero, but his smile. It won everyone's heart.
Danny's smile turns winter into spring.
And his little sister Emily always saw him as her hero. When 9/11 happened, Danny was still a teenager.
Confirmed reports this morning that a plane has crashed into one of the towers of the World Trade Center.
That day, he made a promise deep inside. One day, I will serve my country. Time passed, and at 21, he decided to join the army. On the day he left for the airport, his mother hugged him tightly, tears in her eyes. Emily tied a small beaded bracelet on his wrist and said, "Never take this off. It will always remind you of me." Danny smiled and said, "Heroes are never forgotten." Danny had a unique habit. Before every mission, he wrote a letter. He used to say, "In a letter, it's not just words, it's a piece of your soul." This habit made him different from everyone else. In 2010, before one mission, he wrote another letter, but this one felt different. It was as if he knew this might be his last. A few weeks later, a dark night, gunfire, explosions, and when everything was over, Danny didn't return. At just 23 years old, he gave his life for his country. Days later, his belongings were sent back to Ohio, a uniform, a few medals, and a small box. Inside the box was the final letter. Danny's mother couldn't gather the courage to open it. The letter stayed in the closet for years. Time passed. Emily grew up, went to college, dreamed big, fell in love, and her wedding day was near. On the morning of her wedding, she went to her mother's room. Her eyes fell on the old box, the same one that had never been opened. Emily's hands trembled as she opened it. The letter was right there. The ink had faded, but the words were still clear. Emily took a deep breath and began to read. "Emily, if you're reading this, it means I didn't make it back. Don't let my death become a burden of sorrow. Let it become your strength. Dance with joy at your wedding. Chase your dreams. Fill your life with laughter, courage, and love. Promise me that your identity won't be my loss, but your bravery." Tears rolled down Emily's eyes, but something new awakened within her, a strength she had never felt before. That day, she danced at her wedding with all her heart. Every smile, every step felt as if her brother was right beside her. Guests whispered, "Emily's smile looks just like Danny's, the one that turns winter into spring." Danny's final letter wasn't just a letter. It was a new beginning. Sometimes the words we leave behind aren't meant to close a book, but to keep a story alive. Emily finally understood. Her brother was always with her, in her dreams, in her laughter, in every moment she lived. This isn't just Danny's story. It's the story of every person who left a final message, reminding us that life moves forward not through sorrow, but through courage and love.